Good morning, and here is this week's food for thought. Today I want to speak on a very serious subject: depression. Depression is something serious, and depression is something that many of us face. And it's something that is faced not only in today's world, but something that was also faced during biblical times. And depression is something that is faced and is faced throughout biblical characters and many biblical heroes that we see both in the New Testament as well as in the Old Testament. And in reading in Scripture, I came across one of my favorite prophets who faced and struggled with depression, and that of the prophet Elijah. You see, in 1 Kings chapter 19, the prophet Elijah was battling depression. Elijah had just defeated 450 prophets of Baal. 450 prophets of Baal. And after that, he deemed himself a failure. And in the midst of looking at the failure, through God providing and God empowering him to defeat these prophets, this was what his request was. He had asked God, he had asked the Lord, he had asked Yahweh to allow him to die. He asked him to die. You see, because of the failure and the failure that he thought that he was. You see, in the midst of that, in the midst of his depression, he didn't see the value and the impact that he was making. And oftentimes we do not see in the midst of our depression the value and the worth. But what God did is that God gave him the strength to live. And maybe you today are struggling. There are times in my life when I struggle as well. And I encourage us to be able to pray to God to give us the strength to live. To live for what? To live for him. Depression, don't get me wrong, depression is real. But so is God. Depression is real, friends. But so is God. Anxiety is real. But so is hope. My prayer for you today is to cast your anxiety upon God. Cast your anxiety, cast your fears, cast your worries, cast your problems upon God. Know that you are not alone. Know that you have God that is there to care for you, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, that you are important and of great value and of great worth, and that God would give you the strength to let you know, and God would give you the power to live through this day. And know that you are not alone. Pick up that phone today. Listen to this message. Be encouraged. And know that you are of great value and that you are of great worth. You are important. You are precious. You are worthy. You are valuable to God. And you are special. Remember that. Share that. And let others know that today as well. You are loved. You are loved by God. Until next time.